Yeah, what's happening, guys? Welcome to a brand new week. Big up all the crew that have watched episodes 1, 2 and 3 already and liked and subscribed and all of that. We're at 1,000 subscribers this week, which in the grand scale of things ain't millions, I know, but Rome weren't built in a day either. So yeah, thank you to the first 1,000 people. You definitely all are invited to the first party. Yeah, also before the food comes out, I think, I'm not sure yet, but I think I might have stumbled on a really good idea this morning to do with these video diaries that I'm doing. Stick with me, mate. All will be revealed soon. Yeah, you're the first 1,000 to get the inside scoop. So yeah, run, come, follow, strength to strength. Boo. Why is there 3 geezers looking proper suspect hanging around the women's clothes section? Are you ready? Proper suspect, mate. Store detectives or pervos, you decide. So we're going to play a little game on the way out, yeah? It's called Store Detective or Pervo. So you decide, yeah? We're in the women's section. These 3 geezers here. They've been here for a couple of minutes now. You decide, Store Detective or Pervo. What do you reckon, guys? I'm going for Pervo Store Detectives. Now we find ourselves back into the market again. Just a little bit here, it's like being abroad, mate. It's a proper little corner bit with like, I don't know, look, even him sitting there, look. Kind of mate you get sitting outside the shop on holiday. Hold up, it's like Back to the Future, look. See, look. Excuse me, what's the matter? Time. That geezer for the time, he didn't have a clue what was going on. He's surrounded by clocks. So it weren't really the most exciting day, but it was a day in the life. That's part of having a video diary, isn't it? It can't all be like, wee. Sometimes it's going to be woo, sometimes it's going to be whoa. What's that, Weeks?
Got your nectar card.
I've got my nectar card. We can get some good deals. What do you know about it? I've been eating them since I was a little kid. I like them for ages, then I go off them, and I don't have them for ages, and then when I get them back again, I'm like, where have you been all my life, baby? Yo, what's happening, guys? So it is Tuesday today, and come over to see my dad. So I found myself in Dagenham, which is my hometown, and I thought, while I'm here, you know what, Rinse FM are 30 in August, so it's quite fitting that we're going to do a little story today of one of the many sagas in the tales of Rinse FM and some of my personal history. So here we are, Faxted House in Dagenham. One of the most important tower blocks in pirate radio history. It's kind of one of the unsung heroes of pirate radio tower blocks, to be honest. So Rince's studio, we had the aerial on top of that, so you've got 16 floors there, yeah? Rince's studio was just around the corner. I'll take you there in a minute. But basically, this was 2001. Rince was starting to become really well known as a pirate, and the DTI, Ofcom, put the pressure on a lot. Through a short period of time, they wouldn't leave us alone. We was using this roof, and unbeknown to us, on the top of that, yeah, up there, we was opening the hatch and a light was coming on automatically. We thought they'd just installed a light up there, but it turns out they'd installed a camera that every time we opened the hatch, as soon as we popped our faces through the top, we was on camera. But also what we didn't know at first was that it was alerting the local police station, which is just at the bottom of that road there. Yeah, Dagenham East Police Station. Once we worked it out, because we kept going up there, and as soon as we were getting on the roof, the police were coming and we was having to get back down again. So what we worked out was we only had a limited amount of time. So we set up a team. There was a few of us. There was about 10 of us, I think, maybe. A few of us went up to the top floor. Aubrey was on the top by the roundabout, someone else was outside the police station. We all had mobile phones, and basically the plan was bust the roof, jump up there. We only knew we had about a minute to get everything done before the police would be on their way. We jumped up, light come on, cameras on. We get the first phone call straight away. The police have left the police station, so we know that they're already on their way. We can see off like the tower blocks here at the top. We're at the top of this obviously, and we can see the blue lights coming towards us now. Then we've got somebody else plotted up on the roundabout at the bottom of the road who's now saying, yeah, they're here now, dun, dun, dun. And then see, there's this little beer you have to turn off the road. Sorry, just there. See that there? Yeah, you have to turn off that main road into this bit. So we had someone pull across that bit there, so the police couldn't get onto here so easy, which bought us an extra bit of time. Bless me. Yeah, sorry, where was I? I think someone's job was the rig, someone's job was straightening out the cable, two people was probably erecting the aerial. It was a team effort, yeah. Now what the police didn't know is we had a friend that lived on the 10th floor, and I'm going to mention her now, Claire Homer. She's passed away. She's one of my oldest, closest friends, yeah, from Dagenham. Big love to Claire Homer, man. She's a legend of the manor. I have to big up Spud as well. Can't big up Claire without Spud. She lived on the 10th floor, yeah. So what we done was, we got the aerial up quick time. We had the lifts at the top floor, so that it took a while for them to come back down for when the police wanted to get them. And we all escaped off the roof, run down the stairs while the police were coming up the stairs, and up in the lift to her flat on the 10th floor. And we all went in there, and then we went round to the studio afterwards, and we turned the radio on, and then it probably lasted 5 minutes, and we got cut off again because it was well on top at that period. But that was like military planning. I was so proud of how we pulled that out of the bag. Honestly, it was military planning. Big up all my rinse crew, big up G, big up Slimsy, shout out to all of my rinse gang from them times. We're going to go to the studio now, yeah? I'm going to drive you around it. It's only around the corner. Alright, stick with me and I'll give you the next bit of the story.
Good news, boppers. The big alert has been called off. It turns out that the early reports were wrong. All wrong. Now, for that group out there that had such a hard time getting home, sorry about that. I guess the only thing we can do is play you a song.
Yeah, so basically that little short journey round to here, like Rince's studio, see where the new houses are now? That was the studio. The DTI back in the day, mate, they would have give their right arm to know where we was at. This studio that was here, if you go on to 4OD, Channel 4's thingy, and go to a program called Faking It, there's one on there about a lawyer called George, MC Justice. The idea of the program was they get somebody and try and train them to be something that they're not, and then try and fool a panel of judges. And basically George was a lawyer. I trained him to be a garage MC, and they brought him to this studio here to MC with Maxwell, Flodan, Plague was there, G was there. They brought him to the studio, and there's a bit of that on there which you'll see if you watch the programme. They said that he never MC'd on the radio. He did. Anyway, that's the story of Rinse FM. Look, there's the block there in the background. Can you see it? So that's Faxted House. That's where the studio was, just over there behind us. And that's a little tale from Dagenham. It was a bit of a long-winded tale, but hopefully it was worth it. Good old times, mate. Dagenham studio. One of many, 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 many studios and many, many, many stories. So what do you call a rave when you have a member of So Solid and no Brocky? It's a cracker. It can't all be hustle bustle every day. Sometimes you just got to chill out. Can't always be running around Leicester Square and riding line bikes like Andy Ruffle. If you don't know who Andy Ruffle is, you can look him up, yeah? There's something so beautiful and peaceful and tranquil about walking through a forest. No one about, well, the Wiggo's about, but she's hugging trees. Morning guys, what's going on? It's Friday morning, at the end of the working week and the start of the fun bit. Usually I do this bit checking in from the radio, but we're driving past Brockwell Park this morning. Let me cross the road. Which is the setting for next week's Project 6 Festival. I'm on with Brocky and Shabba D. So hopefully we'll see you over there, yeah? Just got to the radio, listening to Romper's Reggae Shack. Big up Romper and Dancy. Music is a mission, not a competition. I haven't got any gigs this weekend because I've got some family stuff going on. But in the meantime, between time, I'm starting up a sort of sub-channel that runs alongside this one here on my YouTube called Rave Diaries and Tower Block Tales. So if you have a look at previous videos that I've uploaded, if you haven't already subscribed, which you should have done, you'll see that parts 1 and 2 at least will be up. Maybe there'll be more up by the time that this video goes out. I called it Rave Diaries and Tower Block Tales. Just me in my little office at home, talking about memorabilia that I've got. And I have got a lot. I've collected a lot of stuff over the years, from the first rave I went to right up until current day. And I've got loads of behind the scenes mad stuff that no one else would have, one away stuff. All of that can be accompanied with some stories, some of it from the perspective of a raver, some of it from the perspective of a radio station manager or a DJ or whatever. That's what we've got going on. So yeah, keeping busy, even though we're not out this weekend. But next weekend, we're going to make up for not being out this weekend. Friday, Project 6 Festival, Brockwell Park. Saturday, Transmission Festival, Hainault Forest. Sunday, Shindig Festival, Dillingdon Estate. So we've got an action-packed 3 festivals next weekend, and I'm going to take you with me on all of our missions. Next time you see me, I'll be in the radio going, yeah, like I do. Right, let's go and see these couple of wallies. Hey, 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 hey. Roppers Reggae Shack in session. The only way to start Fridays, mate, Cool FM. It's the audio revolution. Hey, hey. It's going to be one of them shows. The weather's beating. The tunes are going to be beating. Mate, that's a good combination. They call that a pincer movement. It's Uncle Doug's. We call it Run, Come, Follow Fridays, because it's on a Friday and everybody's run, come following it, isn't it? Right, let's get on with the show, shall we? In with the Dogsy! Dempsey couldn't resist it. Half a second of fame. If you're just joining, you're a little bit late to class, but welcome along, welcome aboard. You don't get a detention round here. If you want to get your shout read out, I would advise you to do it now, or forever hold your peace. Fever, 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 fever. Original fever, you ready? Original fever. No, the original fever. Hey.
Shaolin Tiger Fist.
Oh, he's getting weighed in again. Survival of the fittest. Only the strong survive. I told you. You're now jamming to the sounds of the boogie down. Is anyone still in their bed? This one to get you up and suplex you in your own bedroom. Put you in a Boston crab. Figure 4 leg lock. The vibes are nice. When they sound nice, we play them twice. Yes, Doug's big up, mate. RCFF. I'm out in the sunshine. If you don't like animals, me and you can't be friends. Here it goes! And we're going to wheel up that one right now with love from me to you. I want to big up Jay Pender. I want to big up all of the World Dance family, yeah, from 1989 right through to 2024. World Dance, welcome back. Peace. We are out of here. Radio done. As I mentioned before, I ain't got no gigs this weekend, and I thought that the video might end with the radio. I've had to come over to my dad's, and that brought me through Dagenham, and I've ended up at a place called the Checkers, Goresbrook Road in Dagenham. Yeah, where a lot of my pirate radio history comes from, to be honest with you, the very roots of it all. So see all them houses, them flats above the shops. We've had studios in nearly all of them, and there's stories attached to all of them, yeah. But I'm definitely going to give you one of the stories from one of the studios while we're here, and then that could be instead of the rave this weekend. Yeah, come with me. I'll take you over to one of the many Conflict FM studios that were in this little square, 100 foot. So we're taking you back to 1995. That gaff over there, see the hair salon, the black one? So above that, there's 2 flats. On the first floor, that was where Jacko lived. Jacko was the boss of the station. He lived there with his missus and a couple of kids. And on the top floor was a DJ lived up there. His name was Paranoia. He actually lived up there with Rush Puppy for a little while. He actually lived up there with Jacko's little brother, Sean Baby J. He was up in the flat as well. So we had first floor was the boss, second floor was one of the DJs, and we had the studio in now. There's loads of stories attached to that studio, but I'd say the one story I'm going to give you today, the studio was there, like I say. Next door there was 2 lesbians that lived there for a little while. One of them was a bit of a lump and all, so they was forever telling us, everyone round here hated us. We was just lawless in them days, hanging out the windows, loud music. Yeah, we'd have the music up full blast from whenever we switched on to when we switched off, and even when the radio was off, it was where we cotched about and hung about. So yeah, we was just a pain in the arse. I would hate to have people like us as neighbours. I'd be round there with the lads kicking them out. I sympathise with everyone we'd pissed off in them days. Back to the story. So these 2 lesbian ladies lived next door, and they used to tell us, turn the music down, we know what you're doing in now, we're going to grass you out, and obviously because we were cocky little sods, we were like, yeah, all right, yeah, never turned it down and just laughed at them really. So anyway, I think it was a Sunday afternoon, Paranoia was DJing, and all of a sudden there's an almighty bang at the door. You think it's the DTI coming in, or the police or whatever. All of a sudden, the bigger one of the 2 lesbian ladies, she's coming with a baseball bat, and the decks were right by the door. As you walked in, they was on the right hand side. She's just come in and done a windmill over the top and put a baseball bat through the turntable. It was Paranoia was playing Helicopter at the time by Deep Blue. She smashed out of smithereens, and she hit the deck so hard she put a line in it through the platter. You know what I mean, with the baseball bat. So anyway, yeah, it all kicked off, all went a bit mental. She got ushered out of the studio and that was that. They moved that not long after that anyway, to be honest with you. She did warn us on loads of occasions, and all we did was laugh at her. And then she come in and batted the deck. When she hit the tune, about a quarter of it or a third of it just smashed to smithereens, but the rest of the record was intact. When you used to go in his front room where the studio was, it was on the wall. He had it stuck on the far wall, so it was on that wall up there, literally. And I don't think he even put it on a frame. I think he just put a drawing pin through the middle wall, and he had it on his wall. Pirate Radio Badge of Honour. And this little area here, the Checkers, right? Honestly, in Dagenham, I grew up just round the corner from here. I've got so much pirate radio stories from just this bit alone. I could do 50 stories from the Checkers. I'm going to get hold of Jacko, I'm going to get hold of Baby J and Spud, I'm going to get hold of all them lot, and I'm going to sit down with them and get some of the old stories out and put them up for us all, because they're fun as them lot. Anyway, that's another story of pirate radio history out of Dagenham.
I was playing Jolene when I went in. Jolene. Didn't do a very good job of that.
She's got a lovely voice, hasn't
I'm
she,
not
Dad?
warmed up.
No, she ain't. Sorry.
What?
Lovely voice, I said.
Thank you. I went to singing school, Pete. What do you mean?
Who did?
I did.
Why should you only there, Gil?
No, it was closed when she got there.
Oh.
She's waiting for a refund.
Do you want a little sip of Coca-Cola?
No, I don't like Coca-Cola.
Don't you?
No. I was one of the few people in the world that I don't like it. No, I don't.
What, you don't like Coke?
Coke or the other one.
Pardon me.
About heroin?
Who? Who?
You don't like Coke?
Don't like Coke.
What about heroin?
I don't know what I'm talking to you for.
Right. No, you got it. He just didn't think it was funny.